First at 6, more state resources heading to the border. Video from DPS shows a line of Texas National Guard and state troopers positioned along the Rio Grande as they say more caravans of migrants are on the way to the U.S. But tonight, Governor Greg Abbott's border security plan is coming under fire. 24 Democratic members of Congress are urging the feds to investigate Operation Lone Star.
They say the governor's immigration policy violates federal laws and is wreaking havoc on the state's judicial system. Vanessa Croy with the KENS 5 border team explains their argument.
Those lawmakers accuse Governor Abbott of interfering with federal immigration laws and for taking away migrants' right to legal due process after they've been arrested on criminal trespass charges. But the governor says President Joe Biden's open border policies have created a crisis, and Texans deserve to have the rule of law enforced on the Texas border. Catch and jail. A few dozen Democratic lawmakers calling out Governor Greg Abbott, ordering state troopers to arrest migrants on criminal trespass charges. According to DPS, more than 1,600 migrants have been arrested since July. They say Operation Lone Star is focused on private property and rail yards in Kenny and Valverde counties.
As long as the elements of the crime are there, in this case criminal trespass, when they're on that property, they are violating state law.
But 26 members of Congress disagree. In a letter sent Friday, the group, including San Antonio area reps Joaquin Castro and Lloyd Doggett, urged the Department of Justice to launch an investigation into Operation Lone Star. They're accusing the governor of violating the Constitution by creating state policy to bypass federal immigration laws. And they say the arrests are overwhelming local justice systems. The backlog, they say, causing delays in filing charges, leaving migrants sitting in prison for months, some without legal counsel. But Governor Abbott said the state is addressing what he calls the Biden-created border crisis head on. Abbott didn't respond to the specifics of the accusations. He sent us this statement saying in part, quote, "Until President Biden and his administration do their job to enforce the laws of our nation and protect Americans, the state of Texas will continue stepping up to secure our border and protect our communities." We asked Congressman Castro to discuss his concerns about Operation Lone Star with us today, but he was not available for an interview. With the KENS 5 border team, I'm Vanessa Croy.